help that Raven's going to be, except for dropping some, some annoying little turrets there. Johnny is going to be trying to put some pressure on these Hellions with the siege tank. That Banshee is going to take. That Banshee is not going to get knocked out. It will take out that siege tank, and that siege tank needs to pull back. It is too late, and that Viking comes out in perfect time to fight off that Raven.
The Raven has a lot of courage, though. I mean, he is just standing there towing off with the Viking, and he does go down for it. Viking versus Viking, who will win? It looks like Ezreal has a GG. Oh, man, 2-0'd.
Two GGs, quick games, quick games. And, you know, Ezreal, once again, did play that very well. Johnny was a little bit out of his element. I mean, he doesn't normally do those pushes like that, and I really got to give him props there for giving something he doesn't always do. A nice shot there, and I think he had the right idea. It just needed a little bit more refinement or understanding of where Ezreal was going with that build. Like we said, Ezreal had a perfect reaction to everything. He knew the exact build to go as soon as he scouted Johnny's base.
And even the thing about that was, you know, it's not very often that you see a 9-minute one-base all-in game on Terminus RE. I mean, Ezreal kind of commanded the game in that sense, telling Johnny, you know, this isn't going to be a macro game. I'm going to try to come at you now. You're not going to expand. I'm not going to expand. This game's going to be over before it starts. I mean, we're going to get an interview with Johnny right now, though, to see what was going through his mind while he was playing that game, though. So stick around for that. I mean, this should be interesting. Hearing it straight from the person that played it.
Let's do it. In the meantime, we have Shumo and Myriad waiting for us to jump in there.
Yeah, we got to do this. Tell him we got to do this interview really quickly with Johnny, though.
Johnny's going to do the interview?
I'm going to ask him right now.
Okay. I'm going to turn off my mic so I get the feedback.
And in the meantime, I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to queue up a commercial. Let's hope it works this time. And I'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Enjoy your commercial break. Oh, they're playing my favorite commercial. What do you know?
So, what do we have them in the call? They're gonna ask.
Johnny told me he's down to do it. I just asked him what his Skype name is, and he's gonna get back to me on that.
Oh, I think I actually have it to do it online. Maybe. I'm almost positive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are in the process of getting Johnny in here right now. He's checking his Skype name for us, and we're gonna get an interview to see, you know, what was going on in his mind during his last few games. I mean, he unfortunately was 2-0'd, but he played it very well. I mean, don't take anything away from Johnny. He's a very viable contender in future StarCraft tournaments as far as Stimulus Gaming and other tournaments go. I mean, those were not easy games to play against Ezreal, who just commands the games that he plays. Ezreal doing very well thus far.
Any confirmation on his name so we can get him in here?
I'm sending him a request right now.
Alright. Throw him in the call and I'll add him.
Alright, and I'm back with some water, and yeah, I was getting really thirsty there. So milk doesn't really help you before you cast. You know, I was excited about the milk, you got excited about the milk, and then, you know, those pecans, but it doesn't really help, man.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually looking. I added him, but I can't see where he... Oh, there he is. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm adding him to the...
Great. Looking forward to speaking with him.
I'm actually not the call leader.
Yeah, just drag him in here, and I will call him.
Drag and drop.
How do I drag and drop?
You got this.
Drag his name and drop it.
I didn't know. They must have updated Skype since I used it last. I mean...
So let's see if he is... Close these chats and see if he is here yet.
Johnny?
Hello. Can you guys hear me all right?
Hey, Johnny.
Yep. Hear you fine. How's it going?
Pretty good. How's it going, guys?
So tell us a little bit about your thoughts on, I guess, the first game. You know, really interested in hearing how you felt about the first game, and you know, the pressure that was put on Ezreal, and your what you were going with to be able to counter that.
Well, the first game I was trying to do is go 1-1-1 build and just get a Reaper out early to scout and possibly destroy some SCVs in the back line. But I saw his one SCV come in, or his one Reaper come in, so I decided to go back to my base to protect it since I only had 2 Marines at that point. And didn't know he was going 3 Reapers at that point. So basically, at that point, I was pretty much screwed when I saw 3 Reapers come out of my base. I tried to get my tank out as fast as I could, but I was pretty much over it at that point. But tried to fight back and try to expand as fast as I could, but I'm sure he expanded right off of that Reaper attack, which once I got my Banshee in there, I noticed he did have his base fully operational there on this expansion, so I'm like, oh, great. So that was pretty much that game. The Reaper, just the 3 Reaper thing caught me off guard. I'd never seen that before, so.
And so, like the second game, it kind of felt like you were doing the same build, maybe a little bit modified. What were you going for in the second game, knowing how Azrael plays with that aggression and he does prepare for those attacks?
I was actually going to go with a kind of an all-in type push with my siege tanks and Marines, but my siege tank didn't get out, my tank didn't get out fast enough, and his Hellions were already in my base and destroyed all my SCVs, so that kind of didn't work out too well. And then when I went to attack him, unfortunately one Hellion with Blue Flame was inside my base, and at that point it was kind of game over.
It was wrecking havoc in there. When I saw that you were making Ravens, I was really excited because, I love watching Ravens play. And I was hoping that the game would kind of play out a little bit more so I could see what you were going to do with the Ravens. But either way, the games, it was well played. I really look forward to watching you play some more. Strikes, I know you had a question or two for Johnny. Go ahead and run them.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, what made you decide to go for like a stim timing with a tank push on our terminus instead of going for more of a macro style game?
Are you talking about the second game or?
Yeah, the second game.
Well, that game I was hoping for close positions, to be honest with you, and I was going to go with the Raven push. And usually what happens is when people see the tech lab on the starport, they think Banshee right away. So it gives me the opportunity for them to, kind of go with turrets inside their base and kind of get kind of a defensive mode going. So usually when I push out about the 8-minute mark there, 7-minute mark, I usually able to get the siege tanks sieged outside their base with Marine protection, have the Raven for auto turn, and also possibly even a defensive drone if the Marines decide to attack. Usually it works out, but apparently against him it definitely doesn't work, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looked like those games were completely one-sided, but I just wanted to let the viewers know that they weren't. I mean, those were challenging games for you guys to play against each other, and I'm sure both of you guys were just sweating bullets while those games were going on. I just wanted to tell you that I thought they were great games.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't give you guys a little bit better matchups, though.
No, they were great games to watch, Johnny.
And
They were
PvT
absolutely
is
amazing.
it kind of ends like that, where it's one-sided though, which, because one person will be able to, usually it's all about aggression and drops, and he definitely had the better aggression, so. But thanks for inviting me on here to talk, and hopefully we'll have more tournaments and stuff. So far the clan's been working out really well, so.
Well, thanks for joining in, and thanks for participating in the tournament. Hope to see you in the next ones. You did very well this tournament. Looking forward to seeing what you do in the next ones. And we're going to go ahead and continue, but thank you very much for joining the call.
Yep.
And
No
look
problem,
forward
guys.
to playing with you and casting some more of your games.
Yeah,
Sounds
absolutely. If you have any games you want us to cast for the YouTube channel, just shoot them to us, and we'll be more than happy to get them out there for you.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks for the time that you guys spent doing this. It's
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, so now we're about to watch Shumo and Myriad go ahead and play. They are going to be playing on Typhon Peaks, and actually, it's correct. I need to set my status to busy, make it easier for me. And just to remind you guys, we do have a prize. I believe we have a prize for our winner.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have a prize for the winner, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a video game of some sort that we're going to be giving away. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this started.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the players are ready.
I think they are definitely ready for us. It's going to be ZVT. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. Now, Myriad did take out plus minus 2-0, and Shumo has been 2-0 so far in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, whoa, a Zerg versus Terran on Typhon Peaks. I mean, a lot of Terran do not like playing against Zerg players, but on this map, a lot of Zerg players seem to have a hard time getting that concave. So, I mean, a Terran player could easily abuse that on this map.
And spawning cross, cross on the map is, definitely not in the favor for the Terran. The Zerg definitely has the opportunity to do some fast expansions here and really take advantage of the travel time that the Terran would have to make.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is actually, when you're in complete cross positions like this, east to west, this is actually a pretty big map, and you could easily take a third without ever having a huge engagement from your opponent.
So we have Myriad on the top right. He's going to be the pink Terran, and on the bottom left we have Shumo. And looking forward to seeing what these two players do. I wouldn't be surprised to watch Shumo do a little bit of a macro build, but he could be going for some of that Zergling, Baneling fun in early game.
Yep, that Sling Bling never seems to fail against early game Terran.
Yeah, every time I hear Sling Bling, it makes me think of Modern Warfare 2 with those packages that you add on. I'm always trying to. When I first heard the phrase "sling bling," I was just, I was sitting there thinking, "We're not playing that game. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, no, now that you say that, I'm actually probably going to stop saying that. It does sound a little Modern Warfare 2-ish.
It does have the
Esque.
Modern Warfare 2 sound, but now when you hear bling, you pretty much assume a ball of death. I mean, after all, I'm sure we've all seen Husky's
Yeah.
Baneling song, and we now understand how frustrating it is to be playing against Banelings. Alright, so we do have a expansion going for Shumo, and our Terran player is going to be scouting that here in a little bit. He's just moving out to mid-map, and Shumo does scout the wrong direction, but he now knows where to go, assuming he looked at his Overlord as soon as he saw that little pink dot of an SCV. That drone's going to come up and chase down that SCV, and he's wishing he had faster wings. It's just me, or do these drones actually float? They fly with those little things?
The drones actually do float. I mean, if you get close enough, I mean, everything floats. If it's a drone, I mean, the SCV is floating, but he has a jetpack, so I mean, it kind of makes sense, but, as far as that scouting that the SCV got in, it just, I mean, knowing that the hatchery went down before the spawning pool and the gas is just vital information for the Terran player to know, hey, he's going to be a little bit behind on getting his army out, but he's going to be able to drone up faster, so I might be able to punish him for droning up so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely, and Myriad right here is putting out some aggression with this Marine. He's going to take out that Overlord, I think. It's down to 6 HP, and just a little bit more, and he does take out the Overlord, and he will be chasing down that drone. However, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that now Shumo can be, he might have been expecting a bunker rush now, because that SCV was coming out in the middle to meet those Marines.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm getting a lot of feedback in the last few minutes that I'm not being, loud enough on the stream, and that some people are having a harder time hearing me, so I actually might have to start speaking a little bit louder here, but,
Yeah,
cough drops come in handy, I guess.
you may have to be screaming, and fortunately for me, I have you very low on my end, enough to where I can hear you clearly. No, we just need to work out the sound settings that we have here, because we were tinkering with it all day.
Literally for hours, yeah.
We really just had a hard time getting it to work, so right now we're using XSplit and VAC. So if y'all have suggestions, I have tried the Flash Media encoder, but still just not getting the quality that we were hoping to get. We might switch over to Live Spot or Live TV that you were saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that would definitely be something to at least check out for the future, but right now, the factory with the reactor on it is getting out 2 Hellions to match the 1 Hellion that's already out. We could see some really early drone roasting just without any army being up. I mean, there's 6 Zerglings on the way, but it could be bad. It could be really bad if he decides to move out right